Sorry about that. So, what was going on is I was using my GoPro as my webcam. I was kind of testing some stuff out. And what happened was is I didn't turn off the auto turn off, so it auto turned off since it was just standing idle and not actually recording because it was plugged into the computer. So sorry about that, guys. Um, yeah, so it is what it is. So back here, uh, that is my axolotl Zochi. So he's pretty cool. He eats worms. Um, anyway, I forgot where I was. So hold on one second while I gather my train of thought here and try to remember. Um, I think I was talking about the stealth camping. So yeah, so I did go out stealth camping with my cousin, and it was a pretty good time. He did some fishing. He's a really good fisherman, and it was a pretty fun time. But I don't know if I enjoy having somebody with me. You know what I mean? Um, it was a kind of different experience having to try to worry about somebody there with me, and I don't know if I want to have to deal with that in the future. So probably we'll be doing some solo stealth camps for a little bit before I do some more with somebody. I do have a couple of spots scoped out. um, but I think the first video I'm going to do is more reviews. I also have a battle belt from Core Essentials that was sent to me, so I still need to do that video. Um, so I have a lot of videos to do. So sorry, guys, I owe you all a lot of videos. So that's what I've been up to. Me and the wife made it safely out of Louisiana to New Mexico, and yeah, that's what's been going on. So um, why don't we go old school live stream? So I got some news stories that why don't we check out? Hold on one second. Studio. All right, there we go. So y'all are usually used to hearing about crazy stuff going on in New Orleans, but since we're over here in New Mexico, let's check out some of the crazy stuff going on in New Mexico. So this first story happened a few days ago. It was pretty crazy. So Santa Fe officials seek input on targeting multiple crime after murder suspect apprehended. All right. So not too long ago, uh, this crazy, murder happened in front of a Best Buy. So it's pretty much about all the backlash that's going on now. So let's just check out the story. Sorry, hold on one second. All right. Hmm. Like old school banks, you know? Damn. They're lovers and fighters. Damn. Well, they definitely got a MO. All right, so I definitely queued up the wrong story there. So anyway, over here in New Mexico, it is a little crazy. So over here, they have what's called legal marijuana. So dispensaries are pretty much just a weed store. It's like a liquor store, but for weed. It's pretty crazy out here that they have stuff like that. But anyway, so you'd think that places like that probably bring in like millions of dollars would have some like tougher security. And then the other thing is, I don't know why they're going after hitting up these Blake's Burgers. I don't know if y'all have ever had a Blake's Burger, but that shit is like a New Mexico treasure. I don't know why anybody would ever want to mess with it. Um, Anybody been there? Let me know. It's awesome. Breakfast all day. Uh, so anyway, let's see what else we got. Oh, here we go. Let's tie some New Orleans and some, you know, Louisiana and some New Mexico together. This should be pretty good. So hold on one second. This should be interesting. All right, here we go. Thanks for bearing with me, y'all. If you can't hear the audio that I'm playing, let me know. All two of you, if you can. Damn. Aw.
a mobile home near Zuni and Louisiana while police were investigating a drug-related shooting. That Bengal cub, later named Duke, was sent to a wild animal sanctuary in Colorado. The cub, believed to be once inside Giddings' home, was never found.
I don't think the audio is
Mendoza
working out there for
Enriquez, the
y'all.
man the
Sorry,
feds
guys.
believe arranged to import the tigers from Mexico, is still awaiting trial in federal court.
Oh, wait.
According to federal
There
documents,
it
he
is. We
paid
got it. I got it figured
$25,000
out. Sorry,
each
guys.
for those cubs.
Damn, so that
At
was a
TLC
crazy
Development
story.
Centers, we believe in nurturing young minds and fostering.
Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so there you go. We got our own Tiger King out here, I guess. Or had. All right, here we go. Defensive use of force stories. These are always my favorite because it is showing, citizens, doing what they're supposed to protect, what they're supposed to. Let's go. All right. While the ad goes, I'll just let you guys know that this one is from Louisiana, so it is from back home. A little backstory: Louisiana, starting July 4th, did start their permitless concealed carry. So there's some kind of crazy stuff coming out of New Orleans about that, especially in the French Quarter. They're trying to claim a school. Anyway, I'll talk about that here in a little bit. Let's get some audio on this.
Lives after police say he trespassed near a home near Mandeville and attacked the homeowner.
Now we're told this happened Monday morning on Dove Park Road. Police say one of the homeowners found Carrie Nunez Smith near their garage and confronted him. Officers say Smith charged and attacked him, and that's when the second homeowner came out with a gun. Officers say Smith turned to charge at the second homeowner, prompting them to open fire. Police say the homeowner was acting in self-defense. Smith is facing several charges.
An amazing story tonight of sacrifice.
So anyway, there was a lot of run around in Louisiana trying to get all of New Orleans kind of made into a gun-free zone, if you will. That didn't turn out well, so they tried to turn the French Quarter into a gun-free zone. That also did not turn out well. So already, schools, unless you are a concealed carry permit holder, like you can't be within like 1,000 feet of a school. So what they are doing, not trying to do, is they're saying that the police precinct in the French Quarter is now a vocational school. Now, there aren't necessarily any like guidelines that say what is or what approves or what kind of lets people know or accredits the vocational school. So they're kind of just making stuff up. New Orleans right now is not looking good. The mayor is under indictment. Her bodyguard is, I think he just made a plea deal. It's been corrupt forever, and I've been saying it. You guys can just go back and check out all the old videos, old lives. I've covered this. I've covered the recall. I've covered, just all the silliness of the mayor. Now I have to learn all this new stuff, so it'll be interesting. Let me see if I have any other ones that might be interesting. Oh, this one is crazy. We'll do one more news story. We'll talk about it a little bit. I'll thank you all for helping me shake the cobwebs off, and we'll see you guys soon. So let's check out this news story.
ward this afternoon. New Orleans police say a security guard shot a man dead after the man allegedly stabbed a woman multiple times. Witnesses who say they saw the whole thing added that Good Samaritans jumped in to help.
Let's start that over because that was a lot to unpack.
Wild scene in the 7th ward this afternoon. New Orleans police say a security guard shot a man dead after the man allegedly stabbed a woman multiple times. Witnesses who say they saw the whole thing added that Good Samaritans jumped in to help.
Damn.
Just before 4 Sunday afternoon, New Orleans police officers were called to the corner of Elysian Fields and St. Claude Avenues. Witnesses say a man tried to rob a woman in a wheelchair. When she put up a fight, he allegedly started stabbing her.
I haven't seen something happen like this that wasn't gang related in the daytime ever in my life. This is my first time ever seeing this, so yeah, it's scary for me.
People nearby jumped in to help, including a man named Robert. He says he found the closest thing to him to help slow the attack.
I put the iron garbage can over on him to slow him down from stop stabbing no more. Because every time he hit her with it, she was just bleeding like a pig. And he might have, that man probably hit her about 20 times or more, man.
Witnesses say an armed security guard working at the nearby Walgreens heard the commotion and rushed over.
Security guard asked him for the stop. Bystanders asked him to stop, and he didn't stop.
I thank the Lord that lead
commotion,
man, because if you'd have saw that sight, man, how he was just jigging in that head with that knife and everybody screaming, hollering, stop, 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 stop. I runs over there. I'm like, hold on, man, stop.
Police say
I just want to note, the whole state just received a permitless concealed carry. This would have been the perfect opportunity for one of these guys to take advantage of that. One of these good Samaritans could have been a gooder Samaritan had they had the proper tools. And what's kind of sad is a lot of these guys in New Orleans were against the concealed carry, the permitless concealed carry measure that passed. And they're all law-abiding people. I knew a lot of these people. And what sucks is, these guys could legally carry, and one of them, this guy in the wheelchair, he could have been carrying. He could have helped out. The guy who, Mr. Robert with the trash can, instead of a trash can, he could have had a Glock or a Taurus or anything. Would have been better than that trash can. So, let's finish this up.
security guard shot the attacker once, and he was pronounced dead at the scene. The ordeal left people shaken and questioning letting their own family members go out by themselves. Pronounced dead at the scene.
I runs over there. I'm like, hold on,
Sorry,
man,
I want to
stop.
hear that.
Police say the security guard shot the attacker once, and he was pronounced dead at the scene. The ordeal left people shaken and questioning letting their own family members go out by themselves.
How do you walk the street safely not knowing if the next person that's by you going to have a mental episode and stab you and kill you? So that's what goes through my head. I'm scared for my own safety. I'm scared for my grandma. I'm scared for my aunties that catch the bus and walk around by themselves.
Police said the injured woman was rushed to the hospital, but her condition is not known at this time. The security guard was detained for questioning by NOPD detectives, but has since been.
An amazing story tonight of sacrifice
there you go.
And compassion.
That's pretty sad. So they were all saying, that Louisiana was going to become the Wild West and everybody was going to just, shoot each other to solve their problems and everything like that. When in reality, nobody was caring, absolutely nobody. And they had a guy just stabbing up this poor old lady. And that's pretty sad. Could have been prevented. The security guard probably worked for that grocery store right there and heard everything that was going on. And, luckily, was able to stop it. So that was crazy. Crazy stuff back in New Orleans. Those guys really should be taking advantage of the permitless concealed carry. That's all I got to say. Could have easily been stopped, she could have been less seriously injured. And like I said, a lot of the voter base in New Orleans specifically did not want that measure passed. The police, NOPD, they're making up their BS about the precinct being a vocational school just to, have a gun-free zone there. And that's really stupid. Yeah, they took the security guard in for questioning. That's standard when somebody uses their firearm in self-defense or defense of others. It's standard. So that's crazy. I wonder why the news story didn't mention, the permitless concealed carry bill. I know why. Let's see if we got any other interesting news stories at all. Let's see. We got AZ Air Gunner hanging out. What's going on, bro? Thanks for stopping by. Here we go. This is another crazy story. This one is not a video story, but we'll just go to it. I'll read it. Sorry, guys. I'll be right back. Wife just texted me, so just hold on one moment. All right. Sorry about that. So, like I was saying earlier, my wife is pregnant, due soon here in November, and she is still getting morning sickness, but her morning sickness lasts all day long. So she needed some help, so I had to go help her out there. So thank you for being patient. If you are still on here, I really appreciate the hell out of all of you. And let's get back to it. Just give me one moment. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. To all my Rumble viewers out there, I appreciate you guys. So I'm dual streaming actually, so you can catch me on Rumble and YouTube. I'm gonna start trying to make that the regular thing, and for releasing all my videos. So Rumble used to auto upload all of my videos from YouTube as soon as I'd post them, but there's some internal conflict going on there, so they don't do that anymore. So that's a bummer. Anyway, let's get to the story. Woman says armed intruder pointed rifle at her inside New Orleans East home. An intruder armed with a rifle threatened a woman early Saturday inside her Seabrook neighborhood home in New Orleans East. The woman told police she was in her bathroom in the 7900 block of Alabama Street when she heard a noise coming from her front door around 12:35 a.m. She said she emerged to see an unknown black man dressed in black clothing with a black face covering who raised a rifle towards her. She told police that she fled into the bathroom and locked the door, but the suspect kicked at the door before giving up and fleeing the home. NOPD did not say whether the intruder took anything, but classified the intruder as an aggravated burglary. But classified the incident as an aggravated burglary. So there you go. There's another instance where, the state government is putting, giving the citizens tools to protect themselves, especially in New Orleans where, there is zero police response. So it only makes sense. Let's see. We got Occam Razor 777 from Rumble. Soon we will all have AI robots to guard us, like right out of the day the Earth stood still. I always thought that would eventually be the most viable solution. Pretty much. Nailed it right there. All right, let's see. We have anything else? This is a little bit of good news. I like this. And let me get it queued up here.
Good evening to you, friends. Greg and Liz here with you. So as of today, Louisiana is now the first state in the country to allow convicted child rapists to be surgically castrated.
Let's listen to that again.
Good evening to you, friends. Greg and Liz here with you. So as of today, Louisiana is now the first state in the country to allow convicted child rapists to be surgically castrated.
Capitol correspondent Chris Rosado has been following this for us for some time now. It's been a few years to get this one passed. He joins us now in the studio. Chris.
Yeah, well, like other bills we've seen become law this year, this was another one that took several tries to get it across the finish line.
For the first time in the country's history, child rapists can now be ordered by a judge to have their testicles removed if the victim is under the age of 13 and the offender is older than 17.
I say we just make that mandatory. No point in if the judge thinks. I think, yeah, child rapists, lose your balls. I don't know what they're going to do with women, though. The women child rapists? Not as many, but there are still a couple. Maybe those are the ones that the judge discretion's against.
The law already allowed for judges to issue an order of chemical castration prior to the new law.
At the end of the day, I hope the kids know that they can feel safer because there would be some real tough penalty actions that would occur with somebody.
A D. All right, Regina Barrow. Props to you. She authored the bill. You can't see that because I'm in the way here, but
violates their innocence.
The law also includes the crime of pornography involving juveniles as an underlying offense, and it's also not just limited to male offenders.
Unfortunately, females are molesting children as well, and that's a very sad thing to see and to hear. As a matter of fact, in one of the cases I was reading not too long ago, I read a case where that was actually happening with guards. With children in a particular facility.
However, there are some circumstances where the convicted offender might not qualify for the procedure, but that would be up to the judge and a doctor at the Department of Corrections.
The problem with something like this is, multifaceted.
Attorney Jill Kraft says she understands what the law is intended to do, but says she anticipates it to be challenged in the courts, arguing it falls under cruel and unusual punishment.
It kind of harkens back to, if you steal from me, I'm going to cut off your hand. Okay, well, how come we don't do that in the United States anymore? Well, because it's cruel and unusual punishment.
Kraft explains how in most incidents of forcible rape, the act is done not so much out of some sick sexual desire, but something much more sinister.
It's not the notion of having sex with somebody for some sort of pleasure. It is the notion of domination and control. I understand what they think they were trying to accomplish. It's just this.
I don't know. Do you guys think it's cruel and unusual? I don't know. Pedos are monsters. I don't think they're people. So
this is not the way.
So Senator Barrow says she ultimately hopes, at the very least, this new law will work as a deterrent for potential child rapists. And according to Kraft, aside from Louisiana, the only other places on the globe who allow surgical castration are Madagascar, the Czech Republic, and one state in Nigeria. Guys.
All right, Chris, definitely we'll have some folks talking. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Tonight's Crime Stoppers.
I wonder if that Crime Stoppers report was going to be about somebody who needs that new law that just got passed. You know what I mean? Yep. Occam Razor says, long overdue. Yep, you're right about that. All right, we got anything else? So up here in New Mexico, or where I am, I'm in, I don't know, what would you say? Northern Albuquerque, I guess. Northern Albuquerque, it's not too much going on up here. Yeah. Anyway, thank you all for hanging out. Occam Razor 777, first time seeing you on my stuff. So, I appreciate you hanging out. Let's see. Oh yeah, no, I get you right here because there's this whole slippery slope thing going on. Yeah, he'll just say you're something else. Yeah, cruel and unusual. To know. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that's cruel and unusual. Anyway, guys, this is the first time I've had more people on Rumble watching than on YouTube. So I want to thank all of you for that. Anyway, guys, come check out my older stuff. Check out my stealth camping. Maybe not so much the last one, but the first 5 are pretty fire. The last one, it was kind of different for me. I was in a different headspace. Still am, actually. So I'm actually feeling pretty good, going live, going back to normal stuff. These last few months have been real crazy, lots of changes, and yeah. So anyway, guys, I just want to thank all of you. Follow me everywhere. Follow me on X at Deep South EDC. You guys can follow me on Instagram at Deep South EDC. Here I am at an Isotopes game. Here I am driving through Texas to New Mexico. Here's my Hedgehog Cosmo. Yeah. Just some cool stuff. Also follow me Rumble, where everybody is watching already. I try to put all of my YouTube videos up here. And I think now I can make playlists and stuff on Rumble. They're really stepping up their game, and we'll see. I'll check it out more after I get off the live. We'll do some more digging. And then, of course, you guys can follow me on YouTube, Deep South EDC, do a lot of stuff. This is where it all started. This is my most watched video. This Zippo fire starter tool thing ended up not working. And then, been doing some gun stuff, got some stealth camping, live streams, but we'll do some different stuff now. So I appreciate y'all. Occam Razor, thanks for chilling. And as always, stay well regulated. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.